Manchester is a city of hard industry, but the urban sprawl of Greater Manchester hides a ledger that refuses to stay closed. From the industrial ravines of Blackley to the ancient stone of Bolton, we aren't just looking at a city, we're looking at a regional footprint of the unexplained. In the late 1800s, local records from the Cheshire-Manchester border began to detail a reoccurring anomaly at Corbrook Hall. This isn't a modern ghost story. It exists in the early regional journals that catalogued unexplained phenomena for Victorian historians. Witnesses describe a young boy, perhaps 5 years old, standing in the darkened hallways, but he brought no warmth. He was surrounded by a brilliant white-blue light that stripped the shadows from the wood. In the annals of the North, the radiant boy is a herald, a premonition of tragedy. His appearance was a documented warning. Whenever the light was seen, a significant death in the household followed within days. At Smithills Hall, a stone itself has a memory. In 1555, the Protestant martyr George Marsh was interrogated in these very halls. According to parish records and centuries of testimony, Marsh stamped his foot in a final act of defiance, leaving a permanent footprint in the stone. This isn't just a legend. The silent pacer is a documented residual haunting. Witnesses for generations have recorded the sight of a man in 16th century civilian dress pacing the corridor outside the green room. He's a stone tape recording, but the most chilling piece of evidence remains. On the anniversary of his execution, the etched footprint is reported to turn a deep, visceral red, as if the rock is still bleeding for his soul. Manchester's urban folklore contains a reoccurring entry near the Cathedral, the Black Dog of Hanging Ditch. Historically, this ditch was the site of grim business, and the accounts of a spectral black shuck date back centuries. Unlike a common animal, this entity is documented as being the size of a calf, with eyes like burning coals. It's a silent, heavy presence that makes no sound, even when moving over gravel. Local historians suggest the hound is a guardian of the ditch, a remnant of the city's ancient execution grounds. It doesn't bark, it simply watches, a shadow darker than the night, absorbing all light from nearby street lamps. Boggart Clough is a jagged ravine in Blackley, a place where the trees grow twisted and the mist never truly leaves. Local police logs from the 20th century and early regional folklore described a figure that haunts the brook at twilight. The Headless monk. He stands on the edge of the steep ravine, a tall figure in a heavy, tattered brown habit. There's no head beneath the hood, only a ragged, hollow opening. This isn't just a Boggart tale. It's a medieval remnant, a silent guardian of the Clough, who appears only when the mist is thick enough to hide the fact that he has no place in our century. In the late 1800s, a young woman from Platt was swallowed by a social scandal so severe she chose the cold embrace of the lake. Today she is the Lady in Grey, documented by walkers at dawn for over a century. She's seen at the water's edge, wearing a long, veiled Victorian mourning dress. She doesn't swim. She walks onto the surface of the lake as if it were solid stone. She moves towards the centre, her feet never sinking, before dissolving into the mist. She is a permanent high-fidelity recording of a tragic choice. If you've come this far, please like and subscribe and share the video. I'll be eternally grateful. Manchester is a city of progress, but every new skyscraper is a weight pressed down on a secret. These 5 residents are part of the city's permanent archive, the ones who remain long after the factory rustles have gone silent. Next time you pass a stone floor or a misty ravine, remember that some records are written in blood and shadow. But our journey through the North's dark corners is far from over. Next week, we cross the moss into Liverpool for one of the most violent legends in Merseyside history. We go in search of the Bootle Bogeyman John Bibby, a man whose greed was so great not even decapitation could keep him from patrolling his land. We're heading to the shadows of Bibby's Lane to find the Headless horseman who still hunts the living. This has been the Northern Spectre. Manchester remembers, and now so do you.